everybody, welcome to this Rodan Fields product presentation. I am very excited to share these products with you. They are fantastic products and I always get excited to tell people about what we have to offer. Before I dive into the products, and you can see I have them all right here, we are going to talk about those, but let me just tell you a little bit about myself and how I got started with this business. My name is Shannon Grubb. I am a registered nurse by education. I've worked in the neonatal intensive care unit for the last 14 and a half years and just recently have moved into newborn home health. I'm married, I have 2 kids that I've homeschooled for the last 3 years, and so I'm a very busy person just like everyone else, and on paper it really does not look like I should have time for a business like this, but let me tell you, these products are so incredible that there was just really no way that I could not do the business. So I was introduced to Rodan Fields back in May of 2014. A good friend of mine that I had worked with sent me a message on Facebook and told me that she had joined this company and told me a little bit about the products and asked if I would like to try a mini facial sample, which if you have not tried, you definitely need to contact me or the consultant that invited you to watch this video, because we need to get one of those in your hands ASAP. Let me tell you, it's fantastic. It comes with a sample of our microdermabrasion paste, which is a salt sugar based scrub, our night renewing serum, which is a retinol serum, and also our lip serum. So I used that sample and I loved it. And I knew that I wanted to try the products. I was 35, almost 36. And when I hit 30, I really started seeing some of the effects from not using sunscreen as, you know, a teenager and a young adult. I did not have the sunspots and the dark spots, but I had really bad lines around my eyes, really bad lines that no 35-year-old should have. And so I was very concerned about that, and I had tried some premium products that just did not work. You know, they made my face feel real nice and soft, but they didn't make any changes in my skin. And so I was a little bit jaded by that experience, and I was just using stuff from Walmart, a purpose cleanser and a purpose moisturizer, and that was it. So, but what made me want to try these products was that I knew that it was the doctors that created Proactive. She told me that, and I knew that Proactive was an amazing product and had worked for tons of people. I've since learned that it's sold in 118 countries around the world. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. So I thought, why not? You know, instead of making a visit to the dermatologist like I had been planning to do, I'll try this first. So I got it, I used it, I absolutely loved it. I knew I wanted to use the products, but I kind of vacillated on how I was going to order, what I was going to do for a couple weeks. And what surprised me was during that time, I actually couldn't get the business off my mind, because I kept thinking to myself, if someone had given me the chance to partner with these doctors back in the 90s when they launched Proactive, knowing what you know now, who would say no? I mean, you'd be crazy to say no. And that's all I could think about, is that if these products are half as good as Proactive, and if this company is half as successful as Proactive, then this is probably something that I should think about. And so I called up my friend, I said, let's meet. I had some concerns about direct selling. I did not really know what I was getting into. I had never sold anything in my entire life. I'd never even been interested in a direct selling company. And I did not want to have to buy up a whole bunch of inventory and have to sell that inventory at parties to make money, and I didn't want to have to drive all around town delivering inventory to people. So I met with her and she told me, nope, none of that is true. It's all online. You get your own website, you send your customers to the website, they purchase, they pay online, Rodan Fields ships it right to their doorstep. So I immediately was in. I wanted the biggest discount, and the consultant kits offer that. I wanted both of the tools that we offer, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And so I thought, you know what, the heck, I'll give it a try. 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee on everything, including the kits. And, you know, so if I don't like it, I'll just send it back. The hope was, you know, that I would like it enough, and even if I didn't want to end up selling it, you know, I'd still be a consultant, which gives you a 25% discount on the products thereafter, and I thought that would be a pretty good deal. So I get my kit in the mail 2 days later. You guys, I start using the Redefine regimen. Within a week, I could see a difference in the size of my pores along my cheeks. Within 10 days, I could see a noticeable difference in the lines around my eyes. And by 60 days, absolutely, absolutely blown away. It was that moment that I knew that there was no way that I could not talk about these products to people and not share them, because they really work. They really did what they said they were going to do. And so you guys, it's been almost 2 years and I'm still at it. I'm loving it. This business has provided me with supplemental income that I could have never imagined from something like this. It's allowed me to cut back significantly on my nursing hours so that I can devote more time to my family and focus more on my homeschooling with my kids and traveling and just all those wonderful things. It's more than the money. It's really been the time that it's given me, not to mention the fact that my skin, I've aged 2 years and you can't tell. I can put my pictures side by side after that first 60 days and now, and I have maintained those results. So it's been fantastic. I've met lots of wonderful people. I've made new friends. It's really been one of the best decisions I have ever made. So now that you know a little bit about me, I'm just going to back up a little bit. I'm going to tell you real quickly kind of how this business even got started and this company got started, and then we'll talk about the products real quick. So back in 2002 is when Rodan Fields was launched. It was initially sold in high-end department stores like Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom's, Macy's, places like that, through a contract that they had with Estee Lauder. The doctors decided to make this brand basically because their customers, or their patients rather, were coming to them because let me break off here on a side note and just tell you that they are still practicing dermatologists out in California. They still have a thriving dermatological business out there. So even though, they made tons of money from Proactive, they didn't quit their day jobs. They're still actively treating patients and seeing patients. So I think that's important because they still know all the newest technologies and they still know what's going on in their field very well. But their patients were coming to them and basically saying, man, I wish that you could do for my sunspots and my sun damage and my sensitive skin and my fine lines and wrinkles what you did with Proactive back in the 90s. I wish there was a comprehensive skincare routine you could give me that I could buy over the counter. Or people that had used Proactive as teenagers were now adults. Their skin was changing. Proactive wasn't working anymore, and they were saying the same thing. Man, I wish that you could come up with something for my adult skin. And so that's where Rodan Fields was born from. So from 2002 till 2008, Rodan Fields was sold as a retail product, and they were one of the #1 selling premium brands in department stores during that time. In fact, in 2007, they were #1 in Nordstrom's. And they made the decision to pull out in 2008 basically because they started doing some exit surveys with their customers wanting to find out how people were hearing about Rodan Fields. Because unlike with Proactive that was all over television with infomercials, Rodan Fields was not being advertised by any of these department stores and certainly not Estee Lauder. So they wanted to know, are people just walking into the mall and walking by the glass countertops and seeing the stuff or what? Like, how are people finding out? What they learned from those exit surveys was that it was word of mouth. It was word of mouth. It was friends telling friends about this incredible product they had found and their friends going and buying. So they sort of had a little bit of an aha moment and thought, why not cut out the middleman? Why not cut out that retail store? Put these products into the hands of the people that are selling it anyway. We probably could reach more people because people talk about what they love, and if they're getting paid to talk about what they love, they're certainly going to talk about it even more. And that was their ultimate goal, was to reach as many people as they possibly could, because they know not everyone can make a trip to the dermatologist's office, and they really wanted to offer people dermatological grade skincare from the comfort of their homes. So in 2008, they broke away. They went into direct selling. We've been in direct selling since then. We are currently the 4th largest premium skincare line in the United States, right behind Clinique, Estee Lauder, and Lancome. We have the #1 acne treatment, premium acne treatment in the United States with Unblemish, the new acne regimen, which is over here and I'll talk about. And Proactive is actually the #1 non-premium acne treatment, so they're totally dominating the acne markets in both non-premium and premium. And we're just growing by leaps and bounds, but the cool thing is it's still really early. And it's still such a great opportunity to get in with the business if that's something you're interested in. But even if you're not, the products are amazing. And even if neither one of those things are for you, maybe you'll know somebody that could use some awesome skincare, or that could use some extra money, and maybe this business sounds like something that they would be interested in. So let's just dive right into the products, because really and truly, the products are what is driving our success. The products and the passion of the consultants. So let me go ahead real quick. I'm going to just go through these with you. We have 4 main regimens. The first regimen is Redefine. That is the line for fine lines, wrinkles, and pore size reduction. It's a 3-step regimen morning and night. It comes with a great mask, a daily cleansing mask that uses kale and clay. It comes with an awesome peptide-filled toner and then 2 different moisturizers. We have an AM with sunscreen, SPF 30, and we have a night moisturizer with retinol, which is amazing for your fine lines and wrinkles. This is the regimen that I used when I started, along with the roller, which I'll show you in a minute. The next regimen that we have is our reverse regimen. This one is for hyperpigmentation, so if you're someone that never used sunscreen like me, but maybe instead of getting all the wrinkles like I did, you got the sunspots and the sun damage, or maybe after your pregnancy you developed melasma on your forehead, your upper lip, your cheeks, something like that. Any kind of hyperpigmentation or just an overall dullness to your skin, Reverse is great for. It has a deep exfoliating wash that smells amazing. Again, a toner. Step 3 is a vitamin C retinol blend, so you're going to get some really great anti-age properties with that as well, with that retinol. And then an SPF 50 sunscreen so we can protect our skin from the sun. This one actually comes in 2 different concentrations. If you've got some really stubborn marks, we have a concentration of this that uses hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is the gold standard in the dermatological world for skin lightening and skin brightening. We have it in a 2% over-the-counter concentration. Normally, anything above that you need a prescription for, so that's pretty cool. I'll pass this up and get back to it in a minute, but the next regimen I want to show you is our blemish regimen. Now, that is the one that is for the more adult acne. Like I said before, Proactive was really created more for teenage acne, you know, where you've got very oily skin. It's got a lot of benzoyl peroxide in it. This one is a sulfur-based acne regimen, so it is just a little bit more moisturizing, a little less harsh, but equally as effective, definitely equally as effective. Comes with a nice wash, again a toner, 2 different kinds of toners depending on what kind of acne you have. If you have acne red, kind of inflamed acne, we have a toner for that. Or if you've got post-acne scarring and post-acne dark marks, we have another toner for that that can address those issues. It has a great spot treatment, a dual intensive acne treatment that does have some benzoyl peroxide, which is great to cut down on the bacteria on your skin, and then an oil control lotion with sunscreen. The final regimen that we have down here, the green one, is our Soothe regimen. This is the one for sensitive skin. It can be used for conditions like eczema, psoriasis, rosacea. It is gentle enough for even babies to use. We say 6 months and up. It's perfect for. It's got a really nice gentle cream wash, no alcohol, no dyes, no perfumes, no surfactants. Step 2 and 3, really the meat and potatoes here. This regimen was really created to actually help repair that lipid barrier to your skin, and there is some patented peptide technology in both steps 2 and 3 that help to actually repair that barrier, not just put a band-aid on it, really repair it from the inside out. So it's a moisturizer and a sensitive skin treatment. And then of course we follow that up with a sunscreen. An amazing regimen. I've used it on everyone in my family at some point. So those are the 4 main regimens. We also have some tools I want to talk about real quickly. The first one is the Anthem D roller. I'm going to come in and see if we can get a little bit better shot of that. This is something that's sort of going to mimic like a micro needling treatment. It has a little rolling head on it, if you can see. It has about 200 medical grade, surgical grade needles on it. And basically what you do with that is you roll it across your skin, creates tiny little channels, stimulates your body to produce collagen because your body recognizes those channels as like a minor little injury, so it's going to produce some collagen to repair that. It's also going to allow the retinol serum that comes with it to penetrate a little bit deeper into the skin to smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles. This is also a patented system, this together. It's amazing. You might find other rollers out there on the market, but you're not going to find one that combines the retinol serum with it. That's a really important step. Amazing. People get amazing results with this. The other tool that we have is our macro exfoliator. This is an at-home microdermabrasion treatment. It's an electronic tool. You can turn it on. It has a little screen on it that shows you where to use it. You can kind of hear it when I turn it on like that. And what this tool does is it removes up to 5 million dead skin cells in 5 minutes. So it's got a diamond head tip on the end here. You can see that. And it feels a little bit like sandpaper. So you pull this across your skin, and that sandpapery diamond head tip helps to loosen up those dead skin cells so that the little vacuum suction can then, suck them off. Why is this important? Okay, well, It helps with your cellular turnover. If all those dead skin cells are sitting on your skin, not only is it going to make your skin look dull and prevent the products that you're using from penetrating the skin as well, but it's also going to prevent the new skin cells from rejuvenating as quickly. So if we can get those off there, then those new skin cells can really come through and you're going to have a much smoother, brighter complexion. The final tool that we have is our acute care. And you can see that these look like tiny little, maybe like little Band-Aids. And what this is it's going to kind of mimic a filler treatment that you might get at the dermatologist's office that uses 2 ingredients only, peptides and hyaluronic acid. Both of those are already naturally occurring substances in our skin. They just unfortunately sort of start to taper off as we get a little bit older, so we tend to get dry, our wrinkles get more noticeable. So instead of going in and having a needle injected, into your expression line, you can put these little patches on. You use them every other night for a month for a total of 10 applications, and the results that you get at the end of those 30 days will last another 8 to 12 weeks if you are combining it with one of our regimens. So amazing results. That is pretty much all of the main stuff that we have in a nutshell. We do have some standalone products that you can see down here, like our microdermabrasion paste and some eye cream, some body lotion, some lip serum, gauze pads, a body sunscreen, lots of other little things like that. But all of this is really sort of the meat and potatoes of Rodan Fields, and it's an amazing skincare line. And if you have any interest in any of these products, please give me or the consultant that invited you to watch this video a call, because we would love to help you. You can purchase as a preferred customer. Yes, that's what I wanted to just briefly hit on before we end this. 3 ways to purchase: retail, super easy, full retail price plus shipping. Preferred customer program gets you 10% off all the products all the time, and free shipping on orders $80 or more. That's once a month. And it's $20 to join, but guys, you recoup that in your first order. If you order that way, by saving the 10% and not paying the shipping, you're saving 20 bucks right off the top. So it's all a wash. And then thereafter, you don't have to worry about that again. You are not locked into any kind of an auto ship program. You can delay your orders as often as you want. You can edit them. It's really, really very easy. The third way to buy, the best way to buy in my opinion, is a consultant kit. You get the greatest discount on the products. You don't have to sell Rodan Fields to buy a consultant kit. But certainly if you fall in love with the products like I have and you decide that you want to do that, that's always an option, but you do not have to. You're just going to get the best discount. So if you're interested in finding out more about those kits, just let me, or like I said, the consultant that invited you know. And I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you've learned something, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot.